How de facto, pterodactyl when I'm micro and macro my mind. Why would I try to hide the fact that I'm jacked to be actually naturally high? And I'm that guy with the flashlight, looking back at the track with the black light. How about this? How about that? Pay attention to wax. You're free to see what that's like.
Alright guys, Ian and Stu from Central Coast Disc Golf back with some more 2015 Worlds. We got round 5 lead card. Hey Stu,
What up?
let's watch some disc golf, buddy.
Let's do it.
Cool. So we're back out at Moraine State Park. It's pretty, Stu.
Yeah, it's super pretty. It's a combination of pretty plus decent cell phone coverage.
Yeah, which is the plus for the live streamers. We're starting off on hole 1, 336, pretty much dead straight. Kind of falls off to the right, and it's a pretty narrow tunnel shot, Stu.
Yeah, low ceiling, and it's hard because for the right-handers, you need to finish just a tad to the right at the end.
Exactly.
So you want something that's real straight.
And here's looking back at the tee from the basket, and Will Schustrick on the box has a 1-stroke lead over Paul Macbeth. Throw a little hyzer flip. Asking for some skips, and he got it, Stu.
Yeah, pretty much dead on line, just a little short.
Yeah, just a little low. Kind of a putt for birdie, though. Paul Macbeth, I believe that's his T-bird. Looks like he's going to finish a little left, but absolutely pin high, Stu.
Yeah, that's well within McBeast range.
Yeah, 100%er. And Rick opted for the forehand, which kind of fades away from the fairway. I'm not sure I like the shot selection, but kind of worked, but did come up short.
I saw him throwing it in practice, and he threw 2 pin high.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe he just decided.
I really shouldn't quite question Ricky. Nico, leaking a little left, hits that tree, but still actually going to give himself a putt.
It's fairly nearly really good.
It was, yeah.
Clip from being good.
So Rick was quite a bit short, and gave it a go, but finished long left. And here's Nico's putt for a deuce. Oh, man, Stu.
Just bounces right off.
Super close. And looking at Will Schustrick's attempt for a birdie. Probably about circle's edge. Took some casual relief from the water. A little creek running right there. And here's McBeast to get a stroke on the card and tie for the lead after one hole.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And we got a pretty good gallery out there today. Pretty awesome to see.
Lots of people that came out bright and early.
I know, man. It's like 8:30 on a Friday morning.
Who
All
wants to
kinds of
take
heads
the
out
day
there.
off
I
and
know.
shoot out there to watch some disc golf.
Yeah, I can't imagine what tomorrow's gonna be like, man.
I can't.
Yeah, it's gonna be bananas. A nice par save from Rick, and Nico's making this all day. Oh, balk. Gets it in there, no worries. And Will just has a little drop in for his par.
I like that the crowd gives you some cover to take some of the different angles. You know, like the ones that are putting into you head on and stuff.
Yeah. Because normally we try to get out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So after one, we are tied at the top, Stu. Doesn't get more exciting than that. And we're on to hole 2, 441, par 4. It's pretty straight and flat, and then it goes steeply uphill. And that little creek right there with the tires is OB. And the basket is just beyond that. Paul Macbeth has the box. It looks like a Thunderbird. See what he can do. Oh. That's a nasty kick.
After tying it up, that is not what you want to see.
No, that's going to be a really tough birdie and probably even a tough par. Will, just a pretty perfect drive, Stu.
Yeah, he laid it down there. I'm wondering, like, does it look like they're mostly not trying to get all the way there?
Yeah, no, they're laying up.
Okay.
And I think they're worried about that OB creek. If they wanted to, they could probably crush it up there, but the smart play is just lay up short of that. That was a great drive from Ricky Wysocki. Nico looking to match that. Throwing a hyzer flip, not getting quite enough turn, and getting a kick. Those happen at Marine.
Yeah, kicks right is sometimes better than kick left on this hole because of the
Oh yeah, absolutely.
approach angle you want.
And the density of the trees. Paul Macbeth
From essentially the blue tee.
from a standstill, and he's just over the OB. He's actually like half in the OB.
Just a hair.
So he's safe, but he's got a long putt for a 3. Will got pretty far up the hill. Makes it for a pretty easy upshot, and that should be parked for Will, right?
Yeah, he makes good there.
And Nico kicked right of the fairway. It has a bit of an interesting lie. Throws an anti-flex.
Perfect.
What a great shot.
Yeah, that was good.
Super impressive up. And most people would throw a backhand here, Stu, but Rick, he likes his forehand ups with the putter, doesn't he? And you can't fault him when he throws like that and parks it.
He's certainly more comfortable in general with the forehand.
Yeah.
So why not
Totally
whip
true.
it out?
So here's McBeast from about 40 for his birdie. He needs this to keep pace with the rest of the card.
Wow. The whole time, just straight in the basket.
You just know it's going in.
Yeah.
Nice putt for Will. Gonna be tied going to the next hole. Nico, his birdie look. Nose down, but still gets it in there. And Rick went up just a little bit long. Has this little tiny comebacker for his birdie. Rick's making that up every time. Check out that gallery, Stu.
Yeah, it was a chore each hole to get them corralled into the correct spot.
Yeah, man. Especially if you walk in the second cam, man. That's got to be difficult, man.
Hats off to the volunteers and stuff that were
seriously
helping out and keeping people from being in the way. And
yeah, they all did a great job.
Not everyone's super apparent or present in those mind.
Yeah.
I was worried the disc is coming and.
Yeah, killed it out there. Oh, so we're on to hole 3, 243. See that little roped off area? That is OB, just short left of the basket. So you really don't want to go there. You want to go in the hole.
Yeah, I guess they got to make some way for it to be challenging.
Yeah.
It's only 240.
Yeah, exactly. So that's oh, wow. Okay.
Just
McPro Rock 3.
was
parked.
2 holes in a row that he was inches from OB.
Yeah, Yep. World champion it right in there. And Will Schustrick throwing a hyzer flip. Needs a little more turn. Oh, caught an early tree. At least it got down before the LB, though, Stu.
Yeah. I guess if you're going to kick a tree, you want it to be strong enough to keep you out of there.
Yep. Rick throwing a really pretty shot.
Yeah.
Just a little bit long, but that's definitely within Ricky's range. And Nico LaCastro.
Nico.
There was the cutest little Nico fan out there today. She had a sign and everything. We'll show you guys later. It was awesome.
Oh, yeah, we got her.
Yeah. So Nico went just a little bit long, and Will forced to forehand putt with all these trees.
Oh!
That was good.
I didn't get to see that. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was a great putt.
I was actually thinking he was going to can it.
Yeah. Forehand putts, man, they're difficult. I have yet to master that one at all. Nico cages out for his birdie. And Rick from the bushes, putting right at OB, but doesn't matter when you put it in the bucket like that.
Yeah, we saw him practicing before. He hit like 9 40-footers in a row.
Yeah, Rick's putting is pretty ridiculous. Will makes his par, Nico makes his, and Paul Macbeth is going to drop in his birdie.
Why putt?
Yeah, right.
Just put it that close.
Yep, he's a 3 for 3 on the bird train. It's going to bring us to hole 4, 385 par 4. And your first shot is uphill, and your goal is to just get up the hill, right, Stu?
Yes.
Yeah. And then this is a look from the top of the hill. The basket's off the left of the fairway, which we'll show you right there. You generally want to finish...
Is it really 385?
Yeah. Oh, it might be a little longer. Maybe I got that one wrong.
It feels long, but yeah, it takes 2 good shots to get the 3.
Yeah, no, it totally does.
Which that's 1.
Yeah.
It's kind of a good shot.
Yeah, that was one good shot from Paul Macbeth. That was either a PD or a T-bird. I couldn't quite tell. And Rick throwing the forehand, which fades away from the rough on the left. Which kind of like the shot. And he gets it up there.
Yeah, so as long as you're not concerned about the distance on the upshot, because that fades away from the basket too.
Yeah, it does. Will's looking a little low, and I think he kind of rocker a root. Yeah, just didn't want to skip up the hill. Nico looking to correct off Will's throw, and he does with a little higher hyzer flip.
Yeah, that just caught that little root, or it would have been
pretty perfect.
Even further down. I think he's the furthest.
Yeah.
Advanced.
A cool upshot from Will, skipping it towards the basket, which you can see right there. And Paul finished, I think they finished in the exact same spot previous to round 1 and threw the Nova. He's throwing right here.
I mean, you
And-
can see how forgiving that lane is if you can get to that spot.
Mhm, yeah,
It's a
exactly.
Pretty easy up.
For sure. Nico also has that same lane and has a nice upshot. And Rick, another forehand up.
Just a little close, but he gets it down.
Yeah. And Will has the longest putt. He finished to the right-hand side of the basket. See what we can do. Make this bird. Solid putt. He's playing well. Ricky cans his bird as well. And this is a pretty much drop in for Nico. And a drop in for Paul.
Yeah, that was so Starframe.
Starframe, that's our second already.
That was impressive that they navigated that.
Yeah. Oh, sorry for that.
Some more gallery
Oh my God.
shots.
There's Letitia Gunther, Will's special lady friend.
Oh, yes.
Super nice. I don't know if you talked to her at all.
Yeah, she's out there. It seems like every time
Yeah.
that he plays.
Yeah, really cool.
I've seen her in several other tournaments as
Nice. We got hole 5 coming up next, guys. 261 par 3. It's a dogleg right. You're going to see some forehands. There's the occasional Andy backhand, but there's some ceiling issues which don't really favor that shot. Here's looking back towards the tee from the bucket.
well. Yeah, you really want like maybe even just a tiny skip.
Yeah.
To help get you over there.
Oh, totally. Paul throwing his Star Destroyer. That's skipping towards the baskets. Whoa. That was close.
Yeah, just a bit deep,
Mm-hmm.
which is actually kind of hard to do on this hole.
Yeah, it is. You see more people come up short than long. Even the forehand specialist Ricky comes up a little short too.
Yeah, a little bit confused, sawed it off.
Yeah,
Not sure if he early release or
yeah, kind of uncharacteristic for him. Will, who's got a rapidly improving forehand game, whips it out there. Also, a skosh short.
bit short, bit right.
Who's got a putt?
Circle's edge.
And Nico busting out the rare Nico forehand. And the best of the bunch, too.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's two world-class forehands in that group, and he's closer.
Right? Yeah. How about that? Rick for bird. Huh. To get that one a little bit closer. And Will for his birdie. There's Marty McGee, McFly So High Prodigy video. Great guy.
The way Macbeth's playing, you have to think that Will and Rick feel like they're giving up a stroke every time they miss a putt.
Yeah, it's totally true. That's why they feel like that. As Paul makes another birdie, 5 for 5.
It's not unwarranted, for sure.
Exactly. Nico with a solid putt for birdie, keeping up with Paul a little bit. And Rick and Will are tapping in their birdies.
What is that stamp Nico has on his back? Is that the gateway or?
It's his flight life. It's kind of like I think it's Nico's brand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he sells like this and shirts and stuff like that. Up next, guys, is hole 6, 934-foot par 5. There's it's one fairway kind of split into two. This is the right fairway.
I would say most legitimate par 5 on the course.
Oh, 100% agree.
Or just plays the hardest.
Yeah.
Most over par, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even Simon struggled with it both days so far.
And he's got a cannon, so if he's struggling with a par 5, it's a legit par 5. And so this is the left fairway. This is the basket. It's tucked mildly on the left-hand side of the fairway, but pretty much dead center. And here's looking back towards the tee from the basket. Paul Macbeth, if you watched our round 1 footage, went over the top, and I think he's got that lined up against too.
Yeah.
Crushed.
Why change what works?
Right? Oh my goodness, man. That is just an absolute bomb.
Yeah, there's a sign just to the right, left in the fairway that's 500 in.
Uh-huh. So that was
So
like
he just sailed 50 feet beyond that.
unbelievable. Nico laid on the roller, which looked like it was going to work until it hit that tree, too.
Yeah, that had a lot of velocity.
It did, man. Nico has some
Robbed.
ridiculous roller game. Rick saw that. He's like, I'm going to try that.
And
Oh, watch out, Stu. Watch out, buddy. Wow.
came within inches of like 3 trees.
Yeah, he did, but that worked out beautifully.
Oh.
Great shot from Rick. And Will also lining up a roller. He throws some crazy low rollers.
Yeah, that disc looks like a paper plate.
Yeah, it's flipping all kinds. If you don't succeed, dust
Try
yourself
again.
off and try again. Yeah. And that worked pretty good. got him down the fairway.
All the way to
Yeah.
the right side.
Yeah. Nico from the left-hand side of the fairway, throwing an Annie flex. Didn't put enough Annie on this one, Stu.
Yeah, it was strange coming out of his hand because I was sure it was like a roller and just kept never hit the ground.
Threw something more of a stable than you thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there he was up in the tree, but there is no 2 meter. This is Ricky's second shot, and just goes way over the top.
Yeah, that's a really hard second shot unless you do that.
You can do that, yeah.
But it's a super tight, delicate, like 300-foot tunnel shot that you can't see the tunnel.
Yeah, otherwise, yeah, if you don't go to the top. So Paul's second shot, gonna be tough to get to the basket from here, honestly, with these trees and this low ceiling. Oh my goodness.
The last tree he had to miss.
Right?
That was the same one he used for the eagle yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
That gray destroyer.
Yeah. Looking at Will's, what was this, third shot?
He hit the same tree.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? Nico's third, left-hand side of the fairway.
I made some comment about it was like good course design if two pros hit the same
Same tree.
And apparently the guy that was next to me had done it. No, he was like, "Thanks."
Oh, really? That's awesome. Nico's fourth. Oh, no, Stu. That kicked right into the rough. That's going to be a tough out. We're looking at Ricky's third shot.
Rick opts for the forehand line.
I kind of think the backhand's more open, but his
Yeah.
forehand game, you can't question it. Unless it's a tree, then you kind of can
let's-
a little bit, yeah.
Let's question it.
Yeah. Nico's fifth.
Another forehand. That's two more than I've seen like all year from him.
All right. You should be able to salvage a 6 at least. Rick with an Annie forehand.
I think he heard you though. It's definitely a little more open on that side.
Yeah. Should be able to salvage a par from that. And Will also should be able to get up and down for a par.
Yeah.
A little bit long, but that'll play. And Paul with an eagle run, but he's like, I was just laying up. Everybody got like crazy excited, and he's like, I was just laying up, man. He's just that good at laying up. It looks like it's going in, right? Nico makes his 6 at least.
I'm sure he's accidentally banged a couple 100-footers.
Right. And Ricky for his par. And Will for his par. Nice putzer.
Yeah.
And Paul to get a stroke on the card right here. And probably a stroke on the field, too.
Probably not. And he almost had a chance at eagle.
Yeah. Paul has a 3-stroke lead now, Stu. He's playing pretty good.
Started one down. He's now 3.
Yeah, he's 6 for 6 on the birdie trains. And we are on to hole 7, guys. 312-foot par 3. Just a big sky backhand hyzer. It's pretty downhill, but you just need to get over those wispy trees, and there's the basket right there. And now we're looking back up the hill from the basket. So the landing area is pretty clean as long as you get over those initial trees.
Yeah, pretty simple for these guys.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Paul has his Firebird of the Champ variety. That's fading in towards the basket. Ooh.
Yep.
Paul Macbeth problems. I don't go along with Firebirds, do you?
I don't throw Firebirds, but
Yeah.
if I did, I'm sure I wouldn't go long.
Oh, Rick? Oh,
Pretty good.
yeah. Just a little short left. Should have a putt. And I'm looking at Will Shoestrick. And I saw his disc. This is definitely a mid-range. I'm not sure which one it is.
Just low.
Yeah, either right or low or something, but it wasn't doing what he wanted. Came up quite short. Nico the Castro. That'll play.
Yeah.
Just a little short, but he's got a putt.
Maybe even the closest in the group there.
No, I think you're right, actually. Will from about 60. Oh, give it a good run.
Yeah, but really not in the position you want to be in on this hole.
No, you really need to be carding a birdie on this one. Kind of like that. By Ricky. That was a nice putt.
Yep.
The gallery approves.
His practice going into his game.
Mm-hmm. Paul Macbeth, after going long, has this comebacker for his birdie.
Paul Treeface, birdie.
Paul Treeface Macbeth. 7 for 7.
7 for 7. I was looking
Yeah.
at the live scoring. It was just a wall of green
Yeah.
on his name.
Oh, Nico, buddy! Amside just chains out. Will coming back for his par.
Safe, but I'm sure he's upset.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's not an enjoyable
No.
15-footer.
Especially when Paul's gone 7 for 7 and your lead is gone and now you're down by 4. We're on to hole 8, guys. 564 foot par 4. This one, it kind of doglegs left and then straightens out again. The gap you need to hit is pretty narrow. This is looking back from the dogleg towards the tee. And then this is looking through the dogleg. And that little tiny gap you need to hit, too.
It's super rough. I mean, you go it all along, pretty jaily.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And if you go short, you don't really have an angle on the pin.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's really all about your first shot on this hole.
Which Paul is well aware of.
Yep.
And makes sure to lay down a perfect shot.
Yeah, with his champ Firebird. He hung it out a little right round 1, and he definitely corrected off that right there.
Yeah.
Rick with his throw. Ooh, that looks a little wide, Stu.
Something stable.
Yeah.
I think it's favorable skip.
Mm-hmm. Not quite far enough left to be an easy upshot.
Yeah, he's going to have to deal with some little trees on his way.
Yeah, Will also hanging it out a little wide.
These guys definitely they don't want to throw full power.
No, not on this shot anyway.
Definitely not.
Yeah, unless you're throwing something crazy overstably. Nico also hanging a little wide, but he is throwing something very overstable and got that skip left. And that's a pretty perfect spot.
That's the best of the group.
Mm-hmm. So Paul's second shot, you see the basket just through those trees.
Furthest out, but probably one of the cleanest looks.
Oh, no, you're totally right. And he's throwing his McPro Rock 3, and it's McParks, too.
Yeah, he made that shot look incredibly simple from back there.
Right. Will from the woods, he's throwing a cut roller forehand style, but I believe that flipped over and went left, too.
Yeah, went over in the rough on the left, maybe 60 feet out.
Gotcha. Nico, another forehand, and through those trees.
Super solid forehand.
Yeah.
Did you use the same disc he drove with?
I
It
didn't.
was real stable, too.
I didn't catch it. Yeah, you're totally right. Ricky found this gap through the trees, and he's actually going to be putting, which we're looking at right now, from about 45.
Yeah, that was stupid.
That was a ridiculous out from the woods, and that was a ridiculous putt.
Equally stupid.
God.
I could only listen to the roar
Right?
from there every time Ricky kept banging outrageous putts.
Yeah, so Will went a little long. I missed his upshot, went into the bushes, and had a really tough stance and missed his par putt. This is him for a bogey. Gets him in at least.
Yeah.
And that's another birdie from Paul. 8 for 8.
8, 4, 8.
Yep. Number of putts he's missed?
0?
0.
Yeah, today.
Yep. We're on to hole 9, guys. 363. It's a dogleg right. You're going to see either a sky aiming or a backhand roller, and the green is on a slope, which makes sticking it close really tough. So there you can see, this is from the dogleg, looking at the basket.
Plays long.
It does play really long, yeah. And this is looking back towards the tee from the bucket, and you can see that slope they're going to have to try to land on. Paul Macbeth is throwing a Star Destroyer.
Yeah, he's just been mashing it into the top of the trees all week.
Yeah, no 2 meter, right? So just throw it up there and let it crash down. And that's what he's doing.
Rarely will you get a chance at 2, but you're going to have a guaranteed 3 pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. As long as you don't blow by the basket on your putt too hard. Rick laying down a backhand roller. Looking solid, Stu.
It's working.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the perfect shape.
Yeah, you can't get much closer than that, honestly. And there's the basket. It's going to be a scary putt, but it's definitely within Ricky's range.
Yeah, the way he's putting today,
Mm-hmm.
45-footers are looking like 15-footers.
Word. Nico also throwing a backhand roller. And I'm going to see it land, but Stu caught it because he's the man.
It caught lots of trees and then just somehow
Still rolled.
People were stoked about that.
Nice. Still a little shorter than he wanted, and probably not in birdie range, but not a terrible drive. Will with that super low backhand roller.
Oh,
And that's the group of things you don't want to be in.
yeah.
It caught a lot of discs this week. A lot of backhand rollers ended
well
up right
placed.
there. Yeah, you could say that for sure. Will's upshot, not an easy one. Downhill forehand, and pretty solid. Just went a little bit long right, I think, with a little bit of roll. Nico's second. This is a dangerous run. I got to imagine he's going to be laying up.
Yeah, that was pretty conservative.
Yeah. And Paul for a 2, also probably not 100% running this. We'll see what he does. Yeah, that's about a half ghost too.
Yeah, it was definitely not. It was made to die in the chains
Yeah.
and not crash into him.
Exactly. Ricky for a deuce to get a stroke on the card.
Amazing.
There it is.
That was like 3 really great putts in a row from Rick.
Yeah. It's cannon him. Will for a par? Oh no, Stu.
Oh no,
Will Paul coming back up the hill for his par. First par of the day. I wonder if that feels like a bogey to him.
Great. Probably. Especially since Rick birdied.
Yeah, right. He's
Doesn't
actually
feel
lost a
that
stroke
big.
to somebody. Will makes his bogey putt. Nico makes his par along with Paul. And that is all we got for part 1, guys. Paul's 52 down now. As a 4-stroke lead over Rick. And we'll catch you guys in part 2. Thanks for watching.
Later.
Join the excitement at pdga.com.